If South Africans really wanted the land, they would need to engage with the economic realities of expropriation without compensation, not just the legal or moral arguments. There is a widespread fear that taking land from current owners could reduce private investment, lower agricultural output, and strain banks that have financed land purchases. These concerns are not without precedent. In countries like Zimbabwe, poorly managed land reform led to dramatic drops in commercial farming and a collapse in export revenues. But it is critical to distinguish between mismanaged policy and the principle itself. In South Africa, if reform is implemented with clear guidelines, support structures, and gradual integration into local economies, the result could be very different. Fears of collapse are often amplified by uncertainty rather than inherent risks. Citizens need to see that expropriation does not automatically mean economic disaster, but rather a strategic tool to balance opportunity and productivity. Looking at both sides requires a sober assessment of costs and benefits. On one hand, investors may be cautious, banks might require additional oversight, and existing commercial farms may temporarily slow production. On the other hand, transferring underutilized land to marginalized communities could stimulate local economies, create employment, and distribute wealth more fairly. This redistribution can increase purchasing power in rural areas. It could support small businesses, and it could reduce dependency on state grants, producing long term societal benefits. By comparing South Africa's situation with international examples where structured land reform was paired with government support, we can see that economic harm is not inevitable. It is also important to consider that continued inaction preserves inequity and it stifles broad based growth. Citizens should be equipped to analyze these outcomes critically, separating politically charged rhetoric from data driven evidence. So, that conversation about expropriation focuses on sustainable strategies rather than fear. Properly planned reform can strengthen the economy while addressing historical injustices.